It was almost exactly a year ago that I stood on these steps and promised, as part of Pride in Education, that we would not go backwards. Unfortunately, in some ways, we have gone backwards, at least on paper and in the level of hatred that our government has created. As we all know, the Higgs government voted to violate the charter rights of trans kids in schools and revise Policy 713. However, in practice, in the schools, we are seeing allyship with our decks, school boards, and teachers like I've never seen in my 30 years of teaching.
All youth deserve to grow up and to be celebrated for who they really are. Rallies and gatherings like today are a chance to show our youth that they do have supportive communities and that there are so many who love and cherish them. Too often we are hearing stories of hate and discrimination. We are losing our young queer and trans and gender diverse youth at an alarming rate. There's been a rise of anti-trans bills and legislation. We've seen this in our own country, in our own backyard. We can and we will put an end to this. Today's speakers come from a variety of backgrounds and lived experiences. I am so happy to welcome them all and to welcome all of you here. Thank you to everyone who's here today. I would also like to acknowledge Fredericton, Palestine, and Solidarity who have joined us today. And
Us all being here is a form of action. Having difficult conversations with people that maybe don't understand queer rights or the importance of them is a form of action. Blocking a street or blocking a port is a form of action. And consistently, I find politicians, no offense, Jenica, you're lovely. Politicians will often try to rewrite history to frame any disruptive action as uniquely militant, uniquely disruptive. And they will often try to frame it as if it does more harm to our movement than good. You know, they'll try to say, oh, well, you're not turning anyone over to your side. You're just scaring people. You just seem angry. And what they'll leave out is that throughout history, that kind of shit has worked. And it's worked really well, you know?